Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl, Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely day? You know what I have to do first and foremost? I need to check to see if I'm buffering. Let me see. Ooh, how are you guys doing? It's starting to chilly up. Hey, JC. Hey, Wanda. What's going on, guys? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. You know, I need to check to see if I'm buffering. Ooh, I'm cold too. So, I'm tatted. I have to go ahead and warm up. Oh, man. Oh,
What if you could sell your house in just a few days with no?
oh man. Oh, oh,
What if
man.
you could sell your house in just a few days with no?
Oh, man. Didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know I had it up. Hi, my little tatted. I didn't know I had it up right here on the computer. I'm going to close this just in case it slows it down. What's this right here? I have so many windows open that don't need to be opened. So I'm going to close them and just keep this one open. So what did you guys do today? Did you join me for my workout today or no? Did you? Did you work out yourselves? I'm going to have to put this other sweater on. I was in a 51-50 hole again. What happened, Tatty? What is going on? You and your mama at odds for sure. Let's all keep tatted in our thoughts, prayers, and minds. Like she's going through it. I hope you guys work that out very soon. Because this is no joke. I'm just trying to warm up. The temperature dropped drastically. JC, you ready to come on? You know I gotta talk about my day first. And guys, guess what? Hold on. Your mom is crazy. I'm sorry. Guys, guess what? The link that I'm putting in the chat right now is a product review that I was asked to do. A product review. So when you get a chance, please take a look at that link of my product review. Hold on, let me email it to them real quick. And then JC, I'll send you the stream link. Just give me 1 second. I need to email the link to them. I was so like, I was pleasantly surprised when I got the email that somebody wanted me, thought that I would be a good candidate to review their products. So I was really happy about that. I'm just typing away. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry about that. Now, second order of business. Let me put the link in the chat. It says premiere in 11 minutes. You know how, oh my goodness, Aromatic Suds, what's going on? I hope you saw my Instagram. I hope you saw my Instagram DM a long time ago because I sent you one, but then I was like, okay, I'm not going to bother you if you didn't answer. Well, since you didn't answer, so I wasn't sure if you saw it or is even on Instagram to see it or what. But I did reach out to you, okay? So I'm hoping that all is well with you and your family. So let me tell you about my day real quick, and then I'll send you that link, JC. So really quickly, guys, I woke up this morning. my knee was hurting. And I was like, oh, I must have fallen and like hit my knee somewhere. And I fell and hit my head really hard as well. So maybe that's why my neck is a little sore today. But I had a helmet on, so I didn't do any damage to my brain because that could have happened. I could have broken something and I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So I used wisdom and I said I would like a helmet. It was my first time actually skiing. So today I just took it easy. I went to the gym. Okay, I didn't take it easy. I went to the gym and I worked out. It was only when I tried to do the crunchies from the floors when I realized my neck was kind of sore. That's what I just thought. Oh, okay, good. Hey, J Dog, J Dog. I haven't seen you in a long time. J Dog in his house. What's going on, J Dog? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate all of you coming by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. Today's topic is about expectations. I can't wait to talk about it because I woke up wanting to talk about it. And it's a good conversation, I think. And before we even get into that conversation, we're going to finish out my day, have JC come on because he has something that he's going to show us, which I'm super proud of. Um, and so after that, after that, I did my routine things. And then, well, as I was trying to, actually edit this premiere that says it's going to come out in 11 minutes, I was just stopped by my computer because the memory was all the way over full. And so the thing that was like took up most of the memory of my computer was my editing program software. So I had to, and I have an external hard drive. I was just nervous about putting everything on there, but I really had to just take it all out and put it there. And that took hours. And so I had to call Apple support because I thought I threw away some stuff. I thought I threw away my desktop when I turned off the iCloud. So they helped me through that. Now my computer is nice and clean, so you will be seeing me do a lot more videos with edits and stuff like that because I've been one to do that a lot. And I'm just gonna, get that craft and I'm gonna hone in on that craft, work that craft until you think that it was like a Hollywood blockbuster. And you'll be like, you did that, Joy? And I'm like, yes, I did. So right now, I would say I'm in my beginner intermediate stage of editing. I can always learn. And so now I'm here. I wanted to be here. I wanted to be on here like at 7, but my computer was updating. I had remember when I told you guys that I hadn't updated my computer because the memory was full. So I finally got a chance to update it and it took an hour. So guys, do not delay when things need to be done so that you won't run into the issues that I ran into. I was getting a little irritated, but then I realized whoever was helping me on the phone that didn't really know everything about Macs, it wasn't their fault. It was mine because I should have done what I should have done a long time ago. So now I'm here, I'm fresh. I have a new computer mindset and I'm able to edit. I'm able to do a lot more with it now. So I would like to now put the link in the chat. JC, this is for you. That link is for JC exclusively today. I want him to come on and discuss what he has to talk about. And I'm so excited because this will be his first time coming on Hello World and my first time being able to see JC in the chat, not just in the chat, but on a panel. And I appreciate that. So, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. And if you can, share out the link to the chat. Just a reminder, like Hello World is all about talking about everything and anything. That's always been the primary goal, not gold, but the primary goal is for all of us to be able to feel like you and I are ordinary people going through ordinary situations, some extraneous, but others not so. But the common denominator is that we all go through and we all can help each other. How is your phone? My phone. Oh, so you're telling me I need to check my phone? Oh, my phone for real, for real. JC, that's the last thing that needs to be fixed. My Play Store still doesn't work. Oh, here he is. Here he is. My Play Store still. Hey, JC.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, my Play Store is still like not opening. It's broken.
So I got my phone going and the computer. So,
Oh, can you hear me good?
yes.
Okay. I said my Play Store still is crashing.
Oh no.
Hmm. But
Hmm.
everything else is good though now. I had to call. I went ahead and switched out the SIM cards, and so that turned my phone off, and I had to have Verizon go ahead and reset the phone to the new SIM card, the SIM card that I switched it to. So
Oh,
now
okay.
hmm. So how was your day?
It was good. Busy.
Yeah.
The Our oldest is I think getting a flu.
Oh,
Little one's getting more teeth, and so it's been busy.
wow. Yeah.
I It's cold.
Who you telling? But you got the ceiling fan going on up there. It ain't that cold.
Oh, always. I've
Uh-uh.
always got to have air moving.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's
So
too cold for
yeah, you want to
yeah.
see her?
Yes, guys. So check this out. JC, but JC, first you gotta tell us why and what it's all about.
Okay, yep. So for anyone that doesn't know, my wife and I we are fostering a couple kids. One of them is our grandson, but we had come up with the idea because they came with absolutely nothing when we got them. So we come up with the idea to um, make blankets to donate to foster children in the area, just so they can have something that they can take with them wherever they go, or for however long they want to hold on to it. So just something that they can call their own and take with them from place to place if that's what happens to them. And unfortunately, that's the truth of it all. Is that's most likely what happens to them is they just get bounced around. So we just thought we'd try to do something small that might make a difference. So and Joy offered to sponsor one, and we got my wife got it finished this morning, I believe. So um, this is the one that Joy decided to sponsor. It's got just little emojis and whatnot on it, and then let's see, where's your logo at? Oh, there it is. So
Oh,
we got her logo on there.
that's too cute. Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
show me. Yeah.
that's what we've been that's what we've been doing. I'll put the link up for the Facebook group again in the chat here in just a second. So anyone wants to join and any ideas or support or anything, you're welcome to join. I'll share the link.
Yeah, that is so dope. So I actually just love the idea that you guys wanted to do this for kids, especially, since you said that they just come with nothing. And that's just like, you think that they will actually still send them with their items?
We I would hope that if they're going from foster care to foster care, I think that a lot of them get to keep most of the stuff that they've either came with. That's the way it's supposed to be. Anything that they come from one foster home to another foster home, they're supposed to be able to keep those items. Um, it doesn't always happen, but even if it's only for one place, something that they know that they brought with them when they got there, and wasn't something that was added on to them from someone else or whatever that was theirs that came with, so that's the idea behind it. No matter how we would like for it to follow them forever, or forever, how long they want to keep it or it lasts. But, the reality of it is that most likely it won't, but, hopefully that, it stays with them for a little bit, or even just the memory of it. So,
yeah. How old are the blankets? I mean, not old, but how old, is there like an age requirement for the blankets with the children, or
no,
does it matter?
no, we're trying to kind of broaden the fabric that we get, so that we can just kind of hit everything and donate as we get them into the local, or if someone messages and says, hey, is it possible for us to get a blanket, we've got a 12-year-old girl, or something, then we can kind of get an idea of where to go with that. And that's why we decided to create the Facebook group, so that people would have a way to contact us with any request or information, or if somebody knew of somebody, or whatever. So we could get a better idea of a little bit about the child, to give them something more fit to that person, their personality, or their likes.
That's cool. Do the two children that you have their own blankets too?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they love them?
One of them is Baby Shark, and the other one is dinosaurs. So.
Oh, okay. That's cute. That's cute. I mean, like I was saying to the chat a little while ago, not a little while ago, but like a couple chats ago, how I had a blanket that I remember from pre-K on, and I still have it. It's still there. It still has that same old, nap time smell,
Right.
like no matter how often you wash it, it still will have that smell from like years and years ago. So
right.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a great idea. I think what you guys are doing are amazing. Do you have a what's the word I'm thinking of? A Cash App or anything?
What is it?
A Cash App?
Yes, we do have I have a personal Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't set one up as far as like for Wrapped with Love yet, but it's something that we've thought about, and putting a link somewhere, as far as a donate page or something, or we haven't really had anyone bring that up or offer anything yet. We really weren't, in the beginning, we really weren't looking for that. Just kind of trying to get an idea of where to go with it. But we have thought about setting up something to where, if people did want to donate or whatever, we just have not done it yet. But I do have Cash App. We have, I think my wife has Venmo maybe or something. If that sounds,
if you want to put
right.
if you want to put those names in the chat, you can.
Okay.
So people, if you are interested in, donating to their blankets, feel free to do so. This is going to a good cause. A lot of kids are in need of things, and we need to definitely show our support. Let me see.
So yeah, there's the Facebook group.
Okay, guys, so feel free to click on that link.
I'm not quite sure. How do you share like a Cash App?
So you can just type in Cash App, and then next to it, put the $ with whatever your Cash App name is, if anybody wants to donate to the Cash App.
Oh, okay.
This would be for you guys to help them so that they can get more products to recreate their blankets. Right now, you guys are just doing it on your own, right? So if you want to feel like you want to be a part of the creation process, that's one way you can do to help them make more, you know?
Sorry, I'm trying to get my thing here.
Yeah, no problem. And since we're on the topic of expectations, I'd love your input on what you think.
What's that?
I said, since we're on the topic of expectations, I would love to hear what you think about that.
Expectations. I I honestly I don't have a whole lot of expectations for anything other than myself, really, to try to wake up and look at every day as a new opportunity to make the best out of any situation that comes that way. And it gets hard.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie at all, but that's pretty much my expectations of anything, is just to try to be better the next day than I was the day before at whatever it was that created problems or an issue or that negative look or feeling that day before,
Mhm.
So other than that, yeah, I don't have really a whole lot of expectations other than that. And I think that if I do that, then that will probably move on or travel on to someone else to, share that. Or, what's that? Pay it forward, I guess, type thing,
Uh-huh.
is kind of how I look at it. I used to be a very negative person, but so much has changed in the last couple of years that um, it's totally changed everything and outlook on everything. So I try to live by that.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, for me, want to say hello to Peter. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. We're just talking about expectations. And happy birthday to you. If you look at the link that's highlighted right there, this is to JC, aka Paper. He's on the panel right now. He actually makes him and his wife, they create blankets for foster children. The idea is so that they have something, a keepsake that they can take with them wherever they go. So happy birthday to you. That is his Cash App if you would like to donate and helping them create more blankets, you're more than welcome to. Um, and tonight, Peter, if you would like to let us know what your expectations are, since it is your birthday, what are you expecting for this coming new year for you, and what do you just think about expectations in general? Like, I feel like with expectations in general, sometimes when you don't expect anything, you still expect, you know? And a
Yeah.
lot of times when you do expect stuff, I think that's when for me at least, that's when I get more disappointed. So I try my best not to, plan anything out or try to like think things like, okay, this is gonna happen and expectations in that way. Um, and I want to try to let life fall where it may. So I don't know. That's what
Is
my
that too loud? Am I echoing or anything?
just a little bit. Just a little bit. It probably is a little volume on something.
Is that better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just a
Okay.
little bit before.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get my webcam working the right way,
Mhm.
so with the microphone, so I'm on my cell phone with the stream and trying to get the volume right on something where I can hear
Oh,
it a little bit better. So
oh yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, like for example, I used to expect a whole lot from people. Like you know what you give out, you think that people are gonna give back in return. And I found that people always fell short of what I assumed was the right course of action, and it really wasn't. I've realized I have to allow people to live in the space that they're comfortable in, live in a space that they're used to, and it's up to them if they want to do differently, and I have no control over that. While I would love to control people, we all would. I know we all would, but it's just not possible. You wouldn't be able to, get to know people if you control them. So I don't know.
Yeah, I used to be very, very critical of myself and expect so much out of myself. And I'm, my wife has been helping me a lot with that as far as learning to try to put that at bay and not be so critical of myself to expect so much out of myself. So I've tried to put that at bay and learn to not be such a perfectionist when it comes to what I do or what I expect out of myself. So that's been a very hard battle. So.
Yeah, we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah,
Always.
for sure.
Always. Peter says that he wants to have more followers on Twitter, start up his YouTube channel, make music, and followers on Facebook. Well, good luck with that. You will succeed. You just got to put the work in, get to know people, really invest your time into other people, and they will definitely, if they like what you're doing, they will definitely follow you. So good luck to you on that. I hope it's a success.
Yeah, lots of luck with that, Peter. It is definitely a hard area to get going with followers, I think, on any platform, unless you've got to put it. Yeah, like Joy said, but you got to put in a lot of work to get the know-how and the right people to watch, and I mean that's how I've done anyways, just watch and observe, and so I'm still learning. I do have a channel, but there is no content on it yet, but I'm at the point now, I think, where I'm ready to start putting some content out there, but it's been a long time coming. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, like I started my YouTube channel 4 years ago or more, and I just felt like I couldn't do anything with it because I didn't have the content that I wanted to put on the channel. And then, as you know, my cable pretty much went out, and I was like, whatever. And that's when I just started putting anything on there. And then I was thinking about doing a whole nother channel. I'm like, I'm not doing a whole nother channel. That's just too much. It's overkill for me. I'm just.
And it has to be something you're excited about.
Yeah. Yeah. And like for me, like honestly, for me, I like YouTube because I get to meet people, but I also want to be just as effective in my life outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? The people I meet
Right.
outside of YouTube. Yesterday when I was at the when I was skiing yesterday, I caught myself a little bit because I was like, wow, am I spending too much time online? And there were two other people there that I could have been talking to. And I think one of them is not connected to the internet much at all. And so she was probably looking at me like, well, dang, that's all you do? You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't ever want to have an unhealthy balance in anything. You know what I mean? I want to be able to have a healthy balance with YouTube and then a healthy balance with if I'm in front of other people, that I won't just be live or just be like, oh, I gotta go on, I gotta go on YouTube and, see what everybody is doing. I mean, like, I would love to meet everybody that I could on YouTube so we can have that face to face. But,
Yeah.
distance may not allow that. But, we all have to do it, whether you're a content creator or whatever you do, you still have to have a balance of when you're with people and when you're also with people online.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
my expectations is I don't know, I just want to continue to be a genuine, authentic person myself. I never want to be I never want to disappoint myself, because I think the only person that I could hurt more is myself, you know? So I don't know. So how's the wifey doing?
She's been doing pretty good. She she hasn't got a chance to get back to have that one test done yet.
Hmm.
But I think that there's there's been so much going on with the family that we haven't hardly had time to get her scheduled back in between um, father-in-law and my mother-in-law was sick, then the kids and all of us, and it's been just seems like every other day or 2 or 3 days it's been something that's come up. And
Wow.
but I mean she's doing better than I anticipated her to do after um, getting the stimulator removed. So but they still want to do that test and just to see what other options are there to completely, or help with her back pain. So
Mm.
just a matter of getting it scheduled and getting the test done. But she's doing pretty well. So
Well, that's good. Um, I guess we're not gonna see her today. I guess we won't be seeing a little pop-up of her at all.
no, I tried to talk her into doing a pop by, and yeah,
Well, you tell her I give her my best, and everything that she'll feel better soon. Now,
I will.
will you ever tell the kids like that they're fosters or anything of that nature?
Um, well, the oldest, they both know us as me, mom, pappy, and we didn't want to change any of that because I mean that's who we are to the oldest anyway. And so when the baby came to with him, we didn't want to change any of that. So and he was no different than blood or not. I mean it was still just the same as because it's his half brother. So I mean so he's starting to say words and things, and of course it's the mama da 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 type stuff, but and a lot of times the older one will correct him, and no, it's Mima and Pappy, but
Does he go like, what? What are you talking about?
he just kind of he looks at him and keeps right on going,
Oh.
but yeah, I mean, we've heard a lot of the stories of foster parents or temporary parents or whatever, and we've seen it firsthand of making a child, foster child, call them mom or dad or whatever. And I don't know. We don't agree with that. I mean, I guess if they knew no different, it might change an outlook somewhat, but I still don't think that until it's a known permanent thing, and they never knew any different, then maybe then yeah, just to call them. But I think once they get a certain age, yeah, they should still know. I don't think that's something that should be kept from a child. I think the age is variable. I mean, depending upon the child's, I guess, maturity or their ability to understand what the whole the whole storyline behind where when, why, all that, to be able to understand and comprehend that, I think is the most important, to decide when to cross that bridge, and let them know what's going on, or what happened.
Yeah.
But as far as just forcing it on someone, I don't agree with how some foster parents do that, or anybody, that just doesn't know, no, no one really knows how long a foster child or a kinship care or whatever it may be, it's temporary until they tell you it's permanent, and
Yeah, and if the parents come back, then you have to give them
right.
back.
Then it just causes more confusion
Yeah.
on the child that's already had enough.
Tim says hello. We were like, "Hey, Joy. Hey, hey, JC." And he's like, "Hey, Paper." Oh man, I'm so thankful that you decided to take on the initiative. You and your wife decided to take on the initiative, because that's a big responsibility. Like, I've taken the courses to be a foster, and
Yeah,
down to like the hair. You can't even technically give a kid a haircut or change their hair unless the
right,
parent is okay with that. And you have
right.
to contact the parent, and it's like you can't really do anything. You're basically, just making sure they're eating and sleeping okay
Yep,
until, and then you get, like, you can't help it, human nature. You get, connected, and you share
yeah,
memories, and then yeah, it's hard
right,
on both. It's hard on both.
yeah. And we've they've been here with us for 8 months now.
Yeah,
So
that's a long time. Kid life,
yeah,
that's like years kid life, you know?
yeah, and so I mean, we say we're prepared for that day, but I don't think that after after you make that connection, I just don't think that you really can be. I mean, you can try to prepare, but I don't think you're, I don't think you can really prepare for that,
No.
totally. I mean, it's going to be, if and when it does come, it's going to be hard, Um,
I hope
I
that
don't
you
know.
guys get to stay
And then you
together.
don't know. I mean, yeah, one is our grandson, but you don't know what kind of animosities build up from you know the parents, or other people in the family or whatever, to say, okay, well, they're done, or whatever it may be. It's just so many people use the kids as a tool, or as a bargaining chip, or I don't know. I just it's really sad that all happens, but and all you can do is just and that's what we do. We just go day by day, and show them love and treat them as if they'll be here again tomorrow, and that, I think that's about all you can do, really. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm glad that the process never was completed for me, because I get connected, like, look, if there is like any type of connection, you know, and that gets severed, oh my goodness, it takes a very long time for me to get over that.
yeah,
It's like ripping off a Band-Aid from a wound that hasn't even begun to heal.
right. And
So,
I don't know. I guess it's kind of something that maybe some people adjust and get used to. Kind of like maybe the military, as far as like leaving your family behind, going oh, I was getting ready to say, going out to sea, because that's just how, I was in the Navy. So, but, or going on a deployment, I guess it's something you learn to adapt to after, but that you're coming back from, you plan on coming back from the 6-month deployment, whether, or whatever your deployment may be, you plan on coming back to the same. And when that part of a fostering ends, there is no coming back to that, I mean, so it's a permanent, it's almost like a permanent thing, and how does anybody prepare for that? And I don't know how so many of these parents do it, just cycle after cycle after cycle with kids. We haven't had that situation come up yet where anything's ended. This is the first time, and I don't know. I guess if that time comes, I guess see how you adapt to it, or see how you handle it, and then see where you go if you decide to do it again or not. But I think the blankets is something that's not, regardless. I think that we'll do that as long as we can, regardless of anything else. But doing the repeat foster thing, I don't know, it has to be hard. I mean, I can't imagine if they would come and tomorrow and it would be the end of this, and to do it all over again and have, another 3-month or 8-month, or, there's been some foster parents that's had the same children in their home for a year or 2 years. And then, oh, well, okay, we're coming over. We'll be there today at noon, or whatever.
Yeah.
Ow, So
it's tough. I don't think you guys have a group?
I don't know. I want to say I don't think that we could do it again. But then again, if that opportunity, if they would call and say, hey, we have such and such that, we don't have any place for them, I can't say that we would say no. I mean, that's a whole nother situation, to look at. And can you really turn down a child that needs, even if it's just for a night, or however long it may be, that's the other hard part of it, is, so I can kind of see both sides of it, where people that don't want to do it again after the first time, and people that want to keep doing it because of just knowing what that day or what that year would mean to that child, just knowing stability, or knowing care or love or affection that they aren't getting wherever. So
are you guys a part of any support groups, other foster
yes.
parents? Okay, good.
Yes, there's and I'm pretty sure I have in our Facebook group, the Wrapped with Love group. I think I have there's one real big one here, local, that we're members of, and then there's also another group. She it's called Kelly's Closet, and they do. They take all donations, but then they when a foster child comes in, the foster parent can bring the child in there if needed to, and they make it kind of like a little shopping trip for the child, to pick out some things, just necessities, clothes or shoes, or toothbrush, toothpaste, just things that they don't have with them when most of them show up. So, and they make it real personal, and let the child feel like they're doing everything, and that's what they're picking out, for them, that's going to be
Yeah.
theirs, and which that may be the only time that they get to do that.
Yeah,
So
because
it's really
everybody,
cool place.
yeah,
And the lady is super, super nice. She's ex-military, and just really nice lady, and group all together, and does a lot of great things for the foster community. So
yeah, I would think like, as a child to be able to have a say so, the one time that you can actually have a say so, that actually helps them in their life to make different, you know, responsibility type of,
right, right,
I can't think of the word right now, but just to say like, oh, I'm making a conscious decision to like, yes, this is what I want.
right.
Having some type of responsibility, like all kids need to have that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I think that's what makes her thing, that the way she does it down there is very unique, and is just allowing the child to go in and kind of take over, and they go from department to department inside of the
Uh-huh.
room, and okay, you get to pick 3 things from here, or 2 things from there, however, I think they go by age depending upon and that and what they have, in the room, as far as what they've been donated and whatnot. But um, I think when we were down there and got to see it in person, it was really neat to see just the expressions on the kids' face, when they got to go run through there and dig through a box of toothbrushes. I mean, just
You see, at that
little
age,
things
they
that,
don't even know the value of a dollar. They know
yeah,
the value of
you know,
having, though.
right. So it's it brings a whole new outlook to things when you see what they look forward to, just certain things that they look forward to, or certain things that they cling on to in their minds, that this is mine, and everybody that comes over or sees them, this, they got to go get that
Yeah,
toothbrush,
look what
and
I got.
this is my
Yeah.
toothbrush, or whatever. And it's it's kind of mind boggling, and so, but that's why I think that the blanket, hopefully they can do that same thing with the blanket, even if it's just for one place, so
Yeah,
that was
well,
kind of the idea
I ex
behind it all.
I expect for them to continue to carry that blanket from place to place, and
Yeah.
hopefully they do
We certainly hope so.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I love what you guys are doing. I absolutely love it, and, to me, that is the pure essence of humanity, what you guys are
yeah,
doing.
I think we were talking about getting some card stock and ribbon, and writing some type of personal message on each one when we wrapped them up. Um, just the kind of stuff in there, through a hole punch on the card stock, and depending on their, once again, depending on the kids' age or whatever, write just some type of little personal message. That's something we've thought about adding into the thing,
I
So
think that's great. I think that's great, and you guys are gonna do great things. You just gotta, I don't know, just keep on putting the information out. I
yeah,
will on my end. I'll definitely, keep talking about it. Every time you hear, you can always stick the link in. There's no problems with that. I don't care. I
yeah.
don't,
I
I don't
I
think,
know. And I know. We definitely appreciate you and help allowing allow me to share everything on here.
oh, that's okay.
Um, it's it's definitely helped. I mean, we've gotten a lot of people that's joined the group and
Really?
whatnot,
Okay,
and
good.
it's just it's really nice and knowing that there's other people out there that and knowing I think everybody knows or expects that there's other people out there, but then when you come face to face with it, it's even more eye opening and I think heart touching
Yeah.
or more touching than just knowing that there's other people out there that either know or have been through it or just care, so um, it's we've gotten a lot of support just in the short time that we've started. I think we've had the group up for 3 weeks or a month,
Oh, okay,
maybe at the
good.
most. So we've gotten a lot of comments and a lot of people um, just inspirational type things that and it's been nice to get those, so, for
That's
sure.
good. That's good. It's gonna keep growing. And
Yeah.
eventually people will want to donate more things and then that way you guys might even have to get some helpers to help
Yeah.
stow the things.
or add a room onto the house
Yeah,
for material.
that'd be amazing. Speak that into existence for real. That'd be dope. That'd
Yeah.
be real dope. That'd be
I
really
uh I had told my wife several years ago that I would love to have a silk screening machine. Maybe this is
why not?
right. I think it'd be neat to be able to do just even one word, you know, something on the blanket, that's unique to the child. I think it'd be neat to be able to do that.
Do it then. Silk screens are not expensive anymore.
Are they not?
I don't know.
I
I'm
haven't
sure you
looked
can
for a
find
long
something on
time.
Google. I'm not Google, on Amazon. I'm like on this point, whatever you want, just go after it, and
Yeah.
eventually you'll get whatever you want. But don't just think that it won't happen just because. Expect
Yeah, I
always
think
better things.
I think that it would definitely be nice to have and be able to do something with, for sure. So tell paper.
Oh, okay. I just saw that.
Oh, and I'm grabbing my phone, moving my camera all around. Sorry.
That's okay. Octavia said, "Thank you for caring for our future." Aw, Octavia. Aw. Thanks for stopping by, Octavia. Yeah, I mean, I expect all of us, the world in general, to have some sense of servitude, like towards others. Not like to be a servant, but to really honestly just want to go out and try to see people have better days. You know what I mean? And I think the gestures that you and your wife are doing, what I'm trying to do with amongst a lot of other people, like we just got to keep doing it, and people will catch on to that. Things become
Yeah.
popular when more people do it. So I don't know, just keep up the good work with that. Show everybody the blanket again, the front of it,
Yeah.
the back. This is so everybody knows this is the kind of blankets that JC and his wife make to give to foster children. Um,
So yeah, this one is going to be for a, a girl, as probably you know 8 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old or up, and and then there's see the difference. So yeah, and we're trying to make them all about the same size, but of course, for um, a small child, or
I mean, I think even a little one
Huh?
could just grow. I said even a little one could just grow into the blanket.
Yeah. Or I know. I think she has one back there that is really like big already for and it was the orange like I think it was a Halloween or something, but it's a really good size when it covers a king size bed and then some. But it was I think it's gonna be it was for an older boy, so. But yeah, we're definitely excited about getting it all going and moving. I don't know if her fingers are going to be real excited or not, but I think I'm going to have to learn how to do them a little bit better.
You guys are going to have to get a brother SE.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. I see it coming. I really do, because you're doing it for others. I think that's when it really counts the most, is when you're doing it for others. What up, Adam? That's to me the most important part. I don't know, guys, but like expectations, man. What does everybody in the chat feel about? How does everyone in the chat feel about expectations? And what do you do when things don't possibly go as expected? I know I'll get a little personal. Like I expected a few things and it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And I don't want to push the issue, because to me, when it comes to humans, when you try to force things on humans that they either don't want or not prepared for, then you only become like a thorn. And I don't ever want to be a thorn on anybody's side. I just want to be a gentle human being to everyone else, and to like, put other people's feelings first. But then it's like, at some point, we all need to expect that your feelings don't have to be at the back burner for everyone all the time. And what you like and what you expect should be met at some point in time. So that's all really for me. Like personally, when I expect things from others, I never want to push anybody to do something that they don't want to do. Or I never want anybody to feel like I'm pushing them to do something that they don't want to do. You know what I mean? So I would rather have a healthy balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we as humans work together versus the opposite, So even though I didn't get what I expected or would have liked, you just gotta keep moving day by day, and other things will come along. Other plans that life may have for you will come along, and you just gotta go with the flow. I don't believe in, oh well, just because that didn't work out, it wasn't meant for you. I don't believe that at all. I just believe that sometimes maybe people just are not ready for whatever you have for them. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. Are you an inspiration? You are an inspiration. Oh, thanks. What was the song "More Human Than You"? I don't know. I don't remember that song, Adam. Y'all think that I under expect or over expect? You tell me. And JC already shared how he felt about expectations. There's something about that perfection that always gets us. That expected perfection.
Yeah,
It always gets
definitely.
it always gets us. Always gets us.
Definitely does.
How do you
But
bounce back from things that you don't get when you expected?
um, I I turn my focus elsewhere, and step back. If I'm doing a project on something or on the computer trying to do an app or do something, I have to step back from it. And now with the kids, it's really easy because I'm stepping back all the time. But yeah, I have to like just look elsewhere for a little bit and regain focus and then come back to it. And that's something else that I think Fladnag, he was on to me all the time when we first met, and started talking to take a step back, and go refocus. And that it's been really, really hard to do, but I've learned that that's about the only thing that really does. And usually when I come back to whatever it was that I wasn't meeting up to my expectations, and usually when I come back to it, it's just a breeze, to a walk in the park to finish however it was that I was expecting to finish it or wanted to finish it. Just a fresh set of eyes, on an old project, I guess, is a good maybe saying. I don't know if that's anyone else's quote or not, but yeah, I mean, yeah, fresh set of eyes on an old project, I guess, is a good way of.
That's true too. That's true
So,
too. Dad's Vintage said you need to document those quilts that could be your first content, and he subscribed to you the other day.
yeah, I think I'm planning on doing a video on what is all going on with that, and what the meaning is, and everything behind it, kind of like what I'm talking about here tonight, and doing a small video, and putting it up on there, and that probably will be the first content now that we have done the 3 blankets and had the group and everything's starting to come together. I'm comfortable with it now to where I can do that. Yeah, Dad's Vintage. It's in the works. And it'll be coming real soon.
Good. And I'll definitely watch the video. Just send me the link. I'll watch it. I'll share it out. Like a lot of
Sure.
people on YouTube, if I see their lives and I'm in there, because I have the community tab, I'm always sharing their lives. But with the community tab, they never send out or tell the person that you're sharing their live to. They never tell them that, so they probably don't think that you're sharing it. So I always do though.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been playing. That was the other thing. I was kind of in the background learning the different buttons and whatnot that, what does what on the streaming part of it, to making a video or uploading a video. And I think yeah, Dad's Vintage. I think the first one I'm going to do is going to be from my phone anyway. So it's going to be really rough. But now that I have the right information, for me, and available to me, as far as links for the Facebook group and whatnot. So
those are the best kinds.
yeah,
Yeah. Just the raw footage.
They're real. Yeah, I don't ever plan on becoming a big editor and making sure the videos are perfect and you know, my hair, you know, I got to make sure it's in place though. That's the only
Look,
thing.
my hair is always out of place. It's always like one piece is always like sticking out. And by the time I'm like, oh my goodness, you couldn't just go like that before you started recording. Like you didn't look in the mirror before you started recording. In my head, everything is set. But when I see it, I'm like, oh my goodness. I did a video with someone, and I swear one of my pieces was up like this. And I was like, the guy was looking at me the whole time. I was like, you didn't see that? You couldn't tell me just to pat my hair down real quick? And I was like, the whole 15 minutes of my hair, and all I could see was my hair sticking up versus the content that we were creating. I was like, So, you know, whatever. I start to be like, you know what? I'm not a Hollywood producer. And hopefully people
Right.
look at the content versus the person, you know, giving out the information. And, you know, hopefully it's decent enough, you know?
Yeah. And I think, you know, and Tim could probably be coincide with me on this is that when I first started watching YouTube videos about the whole streaming thing, there's so many people out there doing it, and the people that I was drawn to personally were the ones that weren't, you know, that you could tell were just perfect and right on and everything. It was the people that were real, and just doing it the way that was natural and showing their ideas from it, not pre-edited and pre-recorded and edited again and where it was just right. It didn't, you know, it made more sense to me anyway to watch someone really doing it than someone that had to do 10 takes of something to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to before they could put it on there. And I think that's how I don't ever plan on being, you know, when I do start adding content, whether it be for the whole streaming thing or anything else that I do, or the blankets, or it's just gonna be me and real.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Like, but when I post the inspirational moments and even the product review that I just did, the product review I did one take because the camera fell. 2 takes because the camera fell. But for everything else, it's just like one shot and that's it. So
Right.
whatever comes out is what comes out. I don't redo anything because I'm flipping through, first of all. I don't redo it. I just go ahead and that's it. And however it comes
Right.
out is how it comes out. And hopefully it'll help whoever is watching. You know,
Yeah.
I never wanna just delete something because I don't think it's perfect enough, because for someone else, it could be the beginning of their healing. It could be clarity in whatever situation that they needed clarity in. You never know. So I
Right.
one take and that's it.
Right.
They're
I mean, and
keeping it real. That's right.
yeah, and if they, you know, if it's not something that they're feeling or that, you know, they don't feel the connection, then they can, you know, it's real simple to click the next
Yep.
video or go back to the search. And I mean, that's what I did until I found people that I was like, oh, you know, that guy's, they're good, you know, and that's, and I still follow this, you know, a lot of the same people that I have since the beginning. And there are a lot of people that, you know, I followed for a week or a month and was like, man, I can really see where they're just not in it for the right reasons, or they're not doing this out of what they say they're doing it out of, you know.
Yeah, you kind of can sense that now. I think the more in
Yeah.
tune you get with life, God, your higher power, whoever you believe in, the more in tune you are, then the more you'll see how genuine a person is.
Yeah.
So if there's like a miss in that, then your intuition is going to be a little off. And while the people that you were watching, maybe they really had a smidget of desire to help, but the rest of it could have been their nerves, or maybe they just were really faking it. But like, you got to really like, for service to others, you really have to have that in your heart. If you don't
Yeah.
have that in your heart, it's gonna pop and then it's just gonna drop. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people will catch on to that. That's the one thing people catch on to when it's somebody's fake. Because people are ready to say, "Oh, that's fake and phony." But like, to really be genuine, no one can take that away from you.
Right.
And you can see that.
Absolutely.
You can see that with the videos that you saw. Like you said, that this one is authentic and these people, maybe not.
Right. Yeah, I think that, and I guess that goes with anything in life. I mean, or business or personal or whatever it may be. I think that I guess it's people that are really following their heart, or people that are jumping on the train. That think that they're following their heart, or following something that they're curious about, or like, not something that they're passionate about. And I think that's where the difference is the passion and
Mhm.
what they're doing.
You know what, too? Another point. Sometimes we all have friends, right? But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes our friends could deter us, try to deter us from things that are good. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's because of their own perspective. And I think until you genuinely feel like you've already observed the situation for yourself, and you've made that decision in yourself that, yeah, my friends are right, then, sometimes they just don't want you to have whatever it is, because
Yeah.
maybe you might be happier than them and whatever you attain to do, or may like, for a long time, I was suppressing me because I wanted to help others. And by suppressing me and trying to help others, they never really tried to push me to do what, you know, they could probably see me doing. Like, a
Right.
former friend of mine thought that public speaking was something that I wouldn't be able to do, because I was always nervous. I never did it in front of them, but I did it, and they never asked me to do another public speaking again. So that was like number one for me, like, oh, you don't want me to do this because you might think that I might be a challenge to what you're doing. And I didn't say anything. I continued to be the friends. And of course, that diminished me more from being my purposeful self, or living the purpose that I was supposed to live. And now
Right.
those people are no longer in my life. Will I ever accept them back in my life? Yeah, why not? Because humans are humans. We all need each other. But I at least still know this is what you really had. You never really had true intentions to see Joy live her purpose. But yet I was your supporter for so long. So be careful, guys, of the friends that you have and the input that they make into your life, because the input that they make into your life may not necessarily be where life is trying to lead you, the direction that life is trying to lead you. You know what I mean? And the people that do care about you, they're going to be like, all right, do your thing, but I'm going to be right here if I need to go beat somebody up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I will never forget that. And until I was forced to be broken away from those people and quote unquote friendships, those people, I never felt comfortable being me. I always felt like I had to be the support, assistance to everyone else. And that's not the case. Oh, Tim says, agreed. He himself had to unsubscribe a few YouTubers in the past week. Ooh, found out that they were fake. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know really about a lot of the other communities. Well, I guess I call it, and just a lot, most people do in the streaming part of the whole thing. The streaming community. There's so many uh, people that are just in it for the wrong reasons, and uh, I've done, for example, I've done. I mean, I don't know how many things that I've programmed or whatever, but several hundred of them, and I think that I've maybe charged somebody I probably less than 10 times, and but what I gained out of it was knowledge for myself, practice, an acquaintance, a friend, and who knows when, and that's just the way I looked at it. Who knows when I might need something or help or an idea or an understanding of something that person that I did that for, that I might gain something from them, from their knowledge, and by them being able to pass it to me. And that's how I went into the whole stream. That's what got me started into the whole streaming thing, and the streaming community. And that's why I think I picked up on so many people are just not enjoying the 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 videos that were too professional, because it didn't touch me as being the right reason for being in the community that everybody says that they're in it for. And great, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it's okay to support anybody that you want to support that's out there doing it, to put a donate page, or to send them some money through PayPal or Cash App or whatever. I'm not saying that I'm against that at all, but I think that the way I look at it and the way that I feel about it is the community should be just that, a community to where you help each other. And making a little bit of money or whatever, I get that, I understand that, but to charge people ridiculous prices, or just go to the extreme with it all, I think is getting away from what it was all about to start with. And I think that's why I'm drawn to certain people on YouTube versus the popular people that have 5 million followers or subscribers or however many. I'm sure I'm exaggerating, but I think that's why I'm drawn to the people that are not so worried about how many people are subscribing, or not so worried about how many followers they have or whatever, that just do it to help the other people in the community that's trying to learn or trying to gain something from it. And like I said, I mean, and that's why I did it the way I did it, was, once again, who knows when I might need knowledge from Tim that he has to share with me. And I could say, I could call him up or message him, hey Tim, can you help me with this problem? And I'm not really quite understanding it. And he would be more than happy to help me out. Mm-hmm. But if I called or messaged up the person that has those 10 million or 5 million subscribers, I'd probably never get a hold of them.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't answer it for me, or if I messaged them, they probably wouldn't answer me, or if they did, it would be, some, go try this, or
they would send you like, pay me, let's schedule a date, and this is how it's going to cost.
Right. And that's not how I wanted to be, and that's not how I want to be. So,
what else I noticed too? And guys in the chat, Adam, you might, if you're still here, Adam, you might have realized this too, but I restarted my channel in March. Let's say February, March, April. I'll say then, because I don't remember. I would have to look back at the very first video that I introduced Hello World. But I noticed that everybody that I was meeting was saying the same thing too. Like, oh, I just started my channel in in March, February, and I thought I was scared to do. And I just said, what if, and I mentioned this earlier, what if YouTube kind of grouped us all together so that we would feel like we had a sense of community just because we all started together and that's the one thing that we all can like, I guess, have a sense of like, ooh, like we did this together. You know what I mean? Did you notice that? When did you really start coming on? JC, when did you start coming on Instagram? I mean, not Instagram, YouTube.
Like on following you?
No, just in general, when you started to like really do stuff on YouTube.
Oh, probably a couple, 3 years ago, probably.
Mm-hmm. And
But I never create. I mean, I've had my channel and my account for forever, but I've never really done anything with it. Like I said, I was more about observing and learning and taking what I saw and what I learned and sharing that, or perfecting that's that small piece of information to be able to say, oh yeah, this is how I do it, or or anything, any of my knowledge, is I don't, I just, anything that I gain, I'm always open to share with anybody, and yeah, it may not be the exact right way, or it may not be the perfect way, or how somebody else might do it, and it might not fix the issue that you might be having. But if it doesn't and you're still having problems, I'll help you look for the answer, and that's
when did guys in the chat, when did you start doing stuff on YouTube? I really want to know if this is just a theory in my head or if this could actually be something for real. Because like I said, I started my channel a couple years ago. I only posted one video, and then I kind of just went back to Instagram and Facebook trying to grow those channels. And then recently, last February, March, April is when I started to really do. Over 2 years ago? Okay. So I think between myself, Norgis, I even think, oh gosh, NASCAR Man 33455. I think at least the three of us. Dad's Vintage is about a year ago. That's the same thing with me. Like there's 3 or 4 of us that I think kind of started together. I started YouTube channel 5 years ago. Wow, Tim has been in these YouTube streets for like ever. So he definitely doesn't watch TV. Definitely doesn't. My kids wanted to try something after watching other people's videos. I thought about it, but I kind of just jumped in October and been growing fast since.
Tim, brother, you got that extra stripe on your shirt, don't you?
Yeah. And he manages being in the music. Well, not as much now, but it was in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So like, that's a lot. Well, I think if you can handle being in the entertainment industry at whatever capacity for at least a year, then you can handle multitasking anything. It's fast, depending on how deep you go. It's fast. And you're seeing different people by the hour sometimes. And then you're probably going on tour, jumping on this, that, the other. So I could see like Tim could handle this easily.
Yeah.
And guys in the chat, what are you expecting? Do you think that sometimes you over expect things, under expect, or your expectations met? Do you feel like maybe sometimes you maybe expect too much? Or how do you recover when your expectations aren't met? That's a good question. I know that's a loaded question, but I know you guys can get it. What up, Maria? How are you? We just
Hi,
have
Maria.
chat. Mm-hmm.
And hi, anybody in the chat. I haven't really been even watching the chat hardly. My phone's over here, and but hi, anybody that I missed or that came in or said anything. I'm not trying to ignore anybody.
Mm-hmm. Thea said, to be honest, I didn't know what to expect on YouTube. Yeah. Well, you're amongst good people, Thea, so never give up. no matter what. Like I said, I've been scathed from, the bad parts, or maybe I'm just oblivious to it. But I always feel like everybody's great, until they show me differently. I mean, I have met maybe one or two people where I'm just like, wow, you just don't like me, which is fine, but they never had a reason to. They never had a reason to. I think people just don't like you to the point where you have to prove to them that, yeah, there's a reason why you shouldn't like me. But don't ever go that way. I kind of just make the content what I think will be watched. That's good.
Yeah.
Some of the jewels, what surprised me is all of the drama. Then you find some jewels. I still haven't. I still haven't seen much drama. Like, I'm glad though.
Right, Tim, brother. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Octavia said she's met most, but if they come across too harsh, she's gone. Mm, mm. Yeah,
I
I
have
don't.
this thing. I know you were talking earlier about friends and whatnot. I I have a this little outlook. I don't know, and maybe it's silly. I don't know, but I've said for a long time that I really don't have friends. I have acquaintances and I have family,
True.
and if I and usually I can pick that out right away with somebody. Just by their personality. I, yeah, I mean, I think we all know a lot of people, and call them friends or whatever. But if I can know in my heart and my mind that I can definitely depend on somebody to be there when I really need them, that's family.
Hmm.
You know, you don't have to be blood to be family. I mean, in my eyes,
It's true. It's true. Like, I mean, and the reason why I said these people were friends because I grew up with them. So, like, automatically,
right?
that's what you would put them in. But I knew I couldn't really, depend on them if I ever needed something. Like,
Yeah,
I can't really count too many people that I could say if I really needed something and felt comfortable enough to, like, go reach out and say, hey, I need this, but that's something I have to work on because I'm sure there are, a few people that would do stuff for me, but I wouldn't just, automatically just go to them. Oh, Tim said we're all family in his eyes. Yay! Such a nice guy. Is anybody planning a YouTube meetup? I see a lot of people doing that too. They're doing like YouTube meetups. Maybe I should do one of those. Like a YouTube meetup, a Hello World meetup somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how many people it
yeah,
actually go. I think that's my reasoning as to why I haven't even like attempted to make one.
that'd be a good idea.
It's like, what will we do? Is it gonna be like formal? Is it gonna be just chilling out? What in the world? I
It
don't
would
know, but
just be
just chilling out.
real.
Yeah, I think I might plan something like that. Ooh, that sounds fun. Just a Hello World meetup. Adam, I'm going to a conference in May in Albany. Ooh, what's your conference going to be about, Adam? It's not popping up for me yet because I'm on the YouTube thing, but I'm looking at it from my phone. Yeah, a few people from my circle are doing that, but I'm not going. I don't have money to spend like that, at least not now. Okay. Speak that into existence, Tia. You're going to get that money right when you right when you didn't know it was going to come, it's going to show up. It's going to come on time. But I expect at the end of the day, I'm learning to expect nothing and to want everything and to be thankful for whatever comes, um, and hope for all of the things that I truly want to actually come, at least to experience those things. Um, I don't think anything in life is permanent. We hold on to things as if they are not able to be let go. But I want to be able to have this kind of a grip on somebody, open hands. So if somebody chooses to leave my life, then they leave my life, but I don't stay too hurt over that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, about creating content. Okay. Oh, okay. She's trying. Thea's is trying to make me the goal, guys. So if we can go over and help her, that'd be great. She's trying to get to her monetization. Uh, Adam is about to go to Albany to learn how to create content more. That's dope. True about not being blood. I have a friend's mother who, like my mother, when I needed her, she was on the plane. Wow. Without knowing the situation. That is dope, Octavia. That takes a lot of trust to be able to do that, to like say to somebody like, I need help. And she just said she dropped whatever. I think a lot of people in our world would just drop whatever they had to do to help someone else. Like I saw a video on YouTube of this stranger. This woman said that she was sending her daughter from Africa to America. And she just asked this man to care for her daughter on the flight. And so she didn't know him. She was like, oh my goodness, I just gave my daughter to a stranger. And turns out that he was on the campaign trail, like years later, he turned out to be on the campaign trail, I think with Obama. And because the girl wanted to find the guy that was caring for her for 14 hours, going from Africa to, the US. And they found each other and it was just amazing. And that just shows that some people just do whatever. And he said the reason why he did it is because he was just coming back from burying somebody. And so he was just feeling like he wanted to pay it forward. Dia said, that is true. I'm very grateful, to be honest. I've already gotten farther than I've imagined. So I know the sky's the limit. And to be honest, there is enough money in these YouTube streets for everyone. Yes! 4K is brutal. 32K. Okay. You're right, Octavia. Some people just got that love in them. Others just like to see you suffer, I swear. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why? It's enough suffering going on for people. I don't understand why. You know what it is, Thea? I think they may be operating in the heart of hurt. That's probably why. Something, even though they
Sorry,
may
the baby
be
was
evil.
rolling around.
Huh? The baby is? Aw.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, was monitor.
Aw. Is he sleeping or up?
Yeah, he's asleep. I had heard a noise and he was just rolling around. His bottle clanks up against
Oh, that's cute.
the crib. So
He sleeps with his bottle. Aw, that's his binky.
yeah, he goes to sleep with it during the day. We've got him finally drinking out of a straw. He was double tongue tied up until just September, August maybe, when they did his surgery. But he had no separation at all underneath of his tongue, and then his top lip was
the septum
attached to, yeah. But that's all done. So we've just now gotten him to where he knows how to drink from a straw, just within the last 3 weeks, I think. So we're breaking him of the bottle now, but yeah, he has one at night, or during nap time. That's about it. So.
Wow. Was he like suffering a lot in the like healing port?
It was probably about 3 weeks. He didn't eat very well at all after the surgery. Before that, he couldn't hardly eat any foods or teething cookies or anything. He was having hard because his tongue wouldn't move. But we we happened to notice it and found out that he was double tongue tied. So, um, but they did it, and he's been fine with it. Other than just trying to get him going with the straw. And his therapist brought over some food grade tubing, and within 10 minutes he was doing the straw thing.
Oh,
So, and he wouldn't do it for us. And the therapist was like, I got this. So then he said, next time I come, so he brought some food grade tubing, and like within 5 minutes he was drinking out of a straw. So he was like, yeah.
wow. Dang, man, some of our kids go through a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look,
They're both troopers.
yeah, Tim said he lost his mom 5 years ago, 5 days before Mother's Day, and then lost his first son. Ooh, what? Wow,
Mm,
Tim. And you see, that's a great example of how, like, both you and Octavia, but I'm just saying to have all of this loss and still have all that love in your heart, because that's a lot. I don't know what it is to
yeah.
lose, a child, but that's a lot. But you guys definitely, you talk about I'm your inspiration. Are you crazy? Like, I could look to you guys for that kind of thing. So if anybody needs to help with mourning, you got two people right here that's been through it. Wow.
Yeah, we lost our daughter-in-law giving birth to one of our granddaughters two
Oh,
years ago, and then right after that, it was my grandfather a month later, and then last year it was my stepdad, and
yeah.
Chris lost her dad the same year. It was crazy. The last 3 years ago, but um, that family, that's what gets you through.
Hmm.
So
I'm so glad that you guys are like, still living. Because I know some people, once they've experienced that death, they just die right along and
yeah,
they don't live anymore. They're just a shell. And I know that
yeah,
so
I
much.
couldn't imagine, Tim. That's something yeah, I just couldn't imagine.
Mm, 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 mm. I feel that, like I feel it. That you can't even say, oh, you can't speak any of that away. There's nothing that you can do to console anybody. It's just time. Time is the only thing. And when whoever is going through is ready to, you know, to like do whatever mourning process they have to go through, that's when they're ready. But
Yeah,
before that, I don't know. If anybody was trying to call me just now, um, for some reason my phone wouldn't allow me to answer the phone. All right, thank you, Theas.
have a
Thank you
great
for
night,
stopping by.
Thea.
Yeah, I appreciate you and for all of the content that you put up and for participating in the chat. Um, you keep doing what you're doing, Thea. Everything's gonna work out. You watch and see. But yeah, I couldn't answer my phone. It just was ring. It looked like it was ringing, but I just couldn't answer it.
Oh, here's you a shirt, by the way. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you read it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's dope. I like that other one you showed too with the military man. I like that one too. That's another topic that we can talk about with that mourning, going through the process of loss. Oh man, that's a good topic. So
Yeah,
Octavia or Tim, if you want to come up one day to talk about mourning and what and how you felt like was a way for you to be consoled and like that'd be great to talk about. He had a heart attack in the hospital. When they brought him back from the cardiologist said he would be brain dead. So I decided to let him go be with God and had to pull him. Oh, ouch. Ooh, ooh,
Mm.
that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
that'd be that's a rough one.
Yeah,
That has to be the hardest choice probably ever that you would have to make in life.
that
Is
responsibility. Yeah.
that yeah
Tim. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just thankful you're still around, Tim. How about
yeah
that? I'm thankful you're still around and you're, as helpful as you are.
yes, and sending my love to you, brother. Definitely.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, you want to just tell everybody again? Oh my goodness, we almost been on for 2 hours. I didn't even realize that. But do you want to tell everybody else, like put your link in the chat again and tell everybody, I'm gonna put you big and tell everybody else about what you're doing. And
Yeah, my phone just shut off on me. There it goes. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah. So my wife and I decided to try to make something. We come up with the idea for these blankets to give to foster children, donate to them, kind of make them a little personable to them, depending on age, gender. But we named it the group Wrapped with Love, and just something that foster kids can have to take with them, hopefully for a long time, that is theirs. Knowing and firsthand what they can't come with, or come without, I guess is probably the easier term. Um, and just that they can have that's theirs. And I'll bring up another picture, or I'll get the blanket again to show you what it is. Another picture of it. But yeah, if you want to just join the group, or you know any type of support ideas, anything, we're be more than thankful for it. This one, Joy wanted us to sponsor a blanket for us, so this was this is her blanket that she's sponsoring that we're going to donate.
yeah, bring it closer. Bring the front of the blanket closer and just go like scale up and down so everybody can see like everything. Yeah, that is
So
so cute. That's so cute.
and then the other side is just a solid, um, and then there's her label again.
Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, so and this is actually we haven't we've had so much stuff going on here behind the scenes with family and sicknesses and whatnot that we really haven't had a whole lot of time to push behind all of it. But that's actually the third blanket, um, and hopefully now that things will calm down a little bit and we can get some more rolling out and get them to some kids and um, mean something to one of them, or any of them. Just a smile is seeing the kids that are in the foster care, just um, their eyes light up, or the smiles is what's created that idea, and hopefully it helps.
It is gonna
And
help.
yeah, and any, like I said, just if you want to join the group, any comments, links, ideas, um, whatever, we're open to anything and any type of help to get this thing going.
I
And
think.
thank you, Joy, for having
Oh,
me on and helping me, helping us get this all going too.
yeah, no, you did it. It's all you. I just said, let's just get it started, just get started. And I just wanted to do whatever I could to like participate, Um, but Octavia is still going through with the loss of her family, her parents. So Octavia, I'm sorry that you're hurting, and there's nothing I can even say about it because everyone has to go through whatever. When it comes to loss, I think the best consoling you can do to someone is just offer your shoulder. And whenever you ever need to talk about anything, I'm here. You can always. Um,
Yeah,
so that's the best that I could do. Um, I
I
think
think
that,
that
yeah,
being being forced to talk, or when talking when you're not ready, or someone asking, or and to completely heal from something. I don't think anybody ever completely heals from loss,
hmm
but to have that family around to be able to talk to, or have support from them, or a hug, or a word, or something to smile about is what helps heal, I think. But to be completely healed, I don't know if that ever happens.
yeah, I don't know either. But that's
I
why
mean, I
we all
think
need to stay
scars are
connected.
forever. I mean,
Yeah, that's why we need to stay connected. And I think just alone, if we just be kind to each other, maybe maybe those hurts, those previous hurts, those human hurts, can go in the back. Not to say that you're trying to hide them or avoid them, but just can go in the back in a safe, hidden place where it's just like, I have something more. I have something, better that's giving life to me, that's helping me to breathe easier. You know what I mean? I think those are the things that we need to be, that support system for each other. Um, and that's how we can cope better. It's just
yeah.
having people who are willing to be like that light, you know? So I
Yeah,
don't know.
thank you, Tim. Thank you, Octavia. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
thank
Joy,
you. I
for.
thank you for finally coming on after months and months of me. When are you coming on? I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you gave me a little bit of your time. And if you have my email, I think you do, right?
Yes, yes.
Email me the links to your Facebook, or did I already put that in here?
Um,
But
I
if
don't know, but yeah, I'll email them again to you just to be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Facebook link and your Cash App link, and I'll
Okay,
put it in the description permanently. And this
okay,
episode, I'll put that with your name on there so that everybody can just easily click on that and see where they can support or just watch the stream and what
okay.
you shared and the blankets that you showed. Again, I can't, for some reason, because I have a business page. I have a personal page, but I really don't want to operate off of my personal page on Facebook.
Right.
But the business page will not allow me to follow. So I do my part as much as I can on the outside. But thank you again for being here. Guys, we're here every single day between 7 and 9, except for the weekends. Hello World is about everything and anything. The next conversation I'd like to have is about loss. So Tim or Octavia, you can come on to Hello World. If you don't want to show your face, it's fine. You can be an avatar or just the vocal box. You can do that. But I think it's a conversation that is necessary and that we all need to have. Anybody is welcome to be a part of that. But because the two of you put that kind of a loss in the chat, I would love to have a conversation about that. Um, but my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and this is
JC from
from where?
JC.
From where? You got to do your company.
Yes, Wrapped with Love, and Plates Place. So yeah, I do have a channel. So yeah, and the link is in the group. And thank you, Joy. And
And you know,
good
we have
night,
to do
everybody.
the
Much
famous,
love, respect.
you know, we have to do the famous hello world afterwards, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We are
Hello,
signing out.
world.
Wait, but we have to do it together. We are
Oh,
signing out on another episode of
hello,
Hello
world.
World. Bye, guys.